Good morning, good evening, and salutations to all of you that are clicking in on this video and seeing and reading the title and commenting something ridiculous at the current moment, because I know people don't watch the entire video. They just log into a video, immediately stop it, and then comment what they want to say based on the title. Mr. Beast is not evil is the title of this video. I'm hoping that I didn't change it so I could actually keep this section in the video. So, Mr. Beast is not evil. A while back, I made these two videos. These two videos were saying that I cannot possibly hate Mr. Beast because he has helped not only me, personally financially, he has helped 7 of my friends personally financially, and he has helped 2 people who I interacted with on Facebook. I stated that in the video. There are random people who have no connection to Mr. Beast, and in the Dogpack video, he had stated that he only chose people that he personally knew. A second video I made about the entire situation is, who cares if Mr. Beast fakes his videos? The reason I stated that title in general was because I deeply don't care if Mr. Beast faked his videos. I didn't care. I didn't care because they were entertaining. I care about entertainment deeply more than I care about anything, and I know a lot of people's issue with the videos with their brand of authenticity. And there were a bunch of accusations, illegal lotteries, the feasible thing, the entire dog bag video, the entire dog pack nonsense that was happening. I was saying to myself, this feels different. This feels interesting. I had stated skepticism in my 2 videos that were on the screen. I stated skepticism because he sounded like a disgruntled employee, and I stated in the video that he'd only worked there for 20 days. I said countless times, he's only worked there for 20 days. I don't really trust him. I think that he may have been a crazy Mr. Beast fan that lost his opportunity. And with what I'm going to show you in this video, I have now gotten evidence from another video creator, Soggy Cereal. If you guys see right here, Soggy is on the screen right now. He made a video debunking pretty much everything. Now I'm going to do something I never do. I'm going to read something from my phone, and I hate this. I hate reading things off of my phone. It's my least favorite thing to do, but I feel as though this is important because the only way I'm going to be able to conceptualize my thoughts in any capacity is having it written down. So I'm going to state everything in that video so you guys don't have to watch the video if you don't want to. It's linked in the description below. I'm just going to help you guys out and do that. So Delaware, let's start with the Delaware thing. Everybody's saying, oh, he hired a known offender named Delaware and he still works for the company. Delaware got fired half a decade ago, 5 years ago. Just want to point that out immediately. In this right here, in this thing right here, Delaware was not a name because he was banned from Delaware, as was stated by Jake Weedle. Delaware was the name that he just went by. That's just the name he went by. It's the genuine name that he went by. It was on his Best Buy shirt. It was when Mr. Beast hired people from Best Buy. Bada bing, bada boom. We fixed that right there. That's immediately gone. Just want to point that out. Dogpack also manipulated someone named Dustin Harris's vocal recordings, and he didn't know he was being recorded, so he got recorded without consent. So that's an issue there. Dustin went on record to even state that he was recorded without consent. That's also a very big issue upon the recording without consent thing that's going on throughout majority of this and happening. A lot of statements were from Dustin stating that he has insider information when he only worked there for 20 days. If I worked at Toys R Us or Chuck E. Cheese or McDonald's for 20 days, I would not have enough information to know every mishandling within the entire company. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't know every CEO or COO of Amazon if I worked in a warehouse for 20 days. I just wouldn't. So, next thing. Garrett, the guy in the recording of this information, he said he felt lied and deceived. You can see this at 8:32, which is on screen right now. Here goes the clip.
Can you tell me a bit about how that happened?
Yeah, it was not to my knowledge that I was being recorded at all. I have a friend who, I worked with plenty of times outside of Mr. Beast. Just thought it was just like a normal call, just checking up on him.
We can see the talk about the war crimes. Now, this is something you guys argue with me deeply. I remember on my other video, I said I'm 100% positive Mr. Beast did not commit war crimes, and people messaged me. People were saying that I'm stupid. People saying that I'm an idiot. I said to have a war crime, one, it has to be a detainee. Jake Weedle, the person who is a bread super at this point and does very lackluster comedy. I'm just going to point that out right now. I don't like his comedy at all. I'm not trying to drag him through the mud, but he has a very unsuccessful YouTube channel where he does lackluster comedy, and people only follow him because of the Mr. Beast stuff, and he got monetized off the Mr. Beast stuff. He does comedy, right? He does jokes. He said, oh, it's a war crime. Oh, it's a war crime. It's a war crime. He kept the sunlight on. The reason you said it was a war crime was because of a joke from your friend Dustin. So this is very important. This is super important to me. Hear me out. You cannot have a war crime unless the person is held there against their will when it comes to this specific instance. That is not a war crime. Jake Weedle got $160,000 in totality because after the atrocities and the mental health issues, Mr. Beast reached out to him personally and said, hey man, I'm sorry, here goes an extra $50K on top of everything. And that total hit amount to $160,000. His video never got released because it wasn't a very successful video. Mr. Beast has scrapped countless videos. He has stated in a numerous amount of videos that he just said, yeah, we get a bunch of videos that we try to film and record for that we scrap. That'll come up later, by the way. So that's a big thing there. Outside of that, when you say it's a war crime and you put a thing at the bottom left saying that's a war crime, Dogpack, that is misleading your audience. People don't do deep research. People won't go to Google and actually research. People take the first bit of information they see and take that as fact. That's how people operate. You get a chance at a first impression once and nobody on the internet wants to do the extra research. You are very good at making videos and manipulating videos, so people will believe you immediately. That's fair. Now, before I continue, I want to point this out. Just because you are doing good does not mean you are immune from criticism. Mr. Beast has weird crypto stuff going on. Mr. Beast is horrible with Lunchley. I don't like the fact that he's associating with the Paul brothers. I do not like KSI at all. I think that is shady and weird. I think they're doing weird and nonsensical things with that. I think it's odd. I think Mr. Beast has a big team and a lot of people, so he can't quality check every single thing, and he has to work through a lot of things. I remember when I was younger and I tried to organize a group of 6 people, and it was very difficult. I was 20 at the time. And then I'm 28. I'm older than Mr. Beast, and I still have difficulty despite the fact that I've run a lot of things. I've managed a lot of things. Managing that big of a company and trying to be held accountable for everybody that does one wrong thing is messed up mentally. It is messed up mentally to do that because it is hard for anybody to run a huge company, especially without the proper training. He's just somebody that really wants to enjoy YouTube. He studies YouTube like a psychopath. So he also, Jake Weedle, this is about Jake Weedle, somebody who's associated with Dogpack and was in that interview, has fake AI voice recordings in the beginning of the video.
It's not really that big. It's still the prime, still the toys, that's not interested. Peaceful, still making more money than ever. So, what are our options? Is this legally considered defamation? Because I was much struggling here. Can someone please tell me just what my options are here? Because we were supposed to launch the toys today. Jake knows what he wants. Jake knows what he thinks he needs. He just wants to be a student. Stand-up comedian is making with all that free. He has no idea how much fucking money I spent on that video just to scrap it. Jake, I don't think Jake's a problem. I think it's Dawson. We need to really push.
That's right. I got that sent to me, and you know what? That was AI. Yeah.
Now, he stated immediately after the voice recording that, oh, these are actually AI voice recordings, but he didn't say in the beginning. If you're going to do that, knowing people don't watch full videos, you know people don't watch full context, they don't do that. It's not their cup of tea. It's not their je ne sais quoi. They don't like doing that. So, guess what? You have people watching the beginning of the video and they're saying, well, that's all I need to know, because they may not like your personality, Jake. So they just want the entire recording and they say, well, that just proves it. Mr. Beast is shaking in his boots. So now people don't watch that. People are just going to comment and say, wow, I can't believe he did that. Boom. Because people don't care about context for the most time if you don't give them the context immediately. So that's important to do. Now then, Mr. Beast did not host as many illegal lotteries as people are saying. He hosted, from my counting, 1 illegal lottery. The other 2, number 2 and 3, were not illegal because people entered for free. Same with him giving away phones. As he gave away phones, my friends have received phones from Mr. Beast. They've also received money from other sweepstake competitions for free without buying things into Mr. Beast. My friends have done this countless times. I have talked to them and I was confused. I said, whoa, that's amazing. And they said, you're a YouTube guy. You do YouTube. You know Mr. Beast. I said, I don't know Mr. Beast just because I do YouTube. That's not how it works. That doesn't make any sense. Now, a lot of people, when I said this last time that he didn't do illegal lotteries, were referencing a Legal Eagle video. And I told them that Legal Eagle is going off of purely Dogpack's video without any word from anyone else. And he's saying probably. Legal Eagle is very smart with his words. He is saying probably, and I worked in a pro bono law office for 2 years. When you say probably and don't say it with definitive statements, that gives you plausible deniability. When you have plausible deniability, when you say a statement, you are able to say, oh, well, I just said probably. I didn't want to say it with full confidence because I did not know. So that allows you to get a lot of wiggle room when it comes in the eyes of the law. So Legal Eagle was very smart about that. He was going off purely Dogpack's video, and he wanted to get a little bit of the hype because obviously he wanted to do a little bit for views because they were talking about illegal activities, and that's where he came in with his expertise into the law. That's how he operates. So that's what he's going off of. I just want to point that out. Also, Legal Eagle said he cannot go off the actual live stream because the video was not available. But let's talk about the live stream for a moment. The UI on YouTube is manipulated. You can see in Soggy's video how he talks about it. He talked about how the UI was manipulated in the video. YouTube had never looked like that. He had manipulated it in general. And even so, Dogpack cut out specific parts where Mr. Beast had stated how to enter for free. While Dogpack has specifically stated he has stated no way for free entry. That is manipulative and deceptive all the time. Now, none of this information matters. Like that, none of that Legal Eagle stuff matters because he did put the part about it being a free sweepstakes. The way you're able to get away with saying it's not an illegal lottery is adding a free entry, because a lottery requires money, and to make it illegal and make it a profit for yourself, you have to be able to do that. But free people and people that bought money could enter into it. It was just to get a way to get his sales up. So that's how it operates. Now, this is about the specific dog food allegation. I'm going through all of them because this is important to me, and I want to give a statement at the end because I want to add something to what I'm saying. So, Dogpack had stated that somebody was supposed to receive dog food for life, and Dogpack had specifically stated that they never received it, and that the Reddit post was deleted, and they just left it up in the air and saying, well, that just shows Mr. Beast is evil. The person on Reddit stated, actually, yeah, it was a mess up because Mr. Beast's email was in the spam folder, so we actually reached out and got that sorted out, and I took down the Reddit post because it was misleading. Dogpack purposely let that out in order to seem like Mr. Beast was doing something purposely evil to add on to the dog pile of bad things against Mr. Beast, simply because he was angry at Mr. Beast for getting fired. So we could talk about this right now. This is the voice recording of Dogpack getting fired. Bada bing, bada boom.
I'm our COO. Part of my job is that you're pushing back on everything that we're saying. So
well, because you're trying to fire me, and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt me. And I'm telling you this is what's happening, and you're telling me that I'm wrong. I am not wrong. I've made the decision. Here, we will take care of.
I appreciate that. Can I please have a second chance?
It's not.
Just if I'm getting paid, just let me come in and let me try to be coachable. If Hoodie changes his mind, can I? And I've been trying to get to this point of working on Mr. Beast for a long time. I think there are other people at the company, if I were to switch departments, that would be very happy to have me. I don't care about the salary.
It's not. No. It's not what happened.
From this recording that was leaked, it seems as though that Dogpack is just a disgruntled employee who wants to get back at people that fired him, and he made allegations about all the people that were there in the room when he was fired. So I want to point that out, that Dogpack is a very angry individual. He seems just like an angry employee that wants to get back at somebody, and that's understandable and realistic. So let's talk about Feastables. I hate Feastables. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I'm not gonna defend Feastables. They suck. They're horrible. They taste like garbage. I'm not gonna say, oh, Feastables are actually really good. They're amazing. I love Feast. I don't. Mr. Beast, you made a horrible chocolate bar. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can 100% attest that it is definitely healthier than a Hershey's, because Hershey's significantly tastes better. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'll prefer Hershey's 100% of the time. Now, this is specifically about the unethical making of chocolate. Now, I want to point this out. Mr. Beast has stated that the chocolate was ethically made. I did not do enough research to actually refute that claim, but this is what I did do, and this is what I got. Mr. Beast is not the person that does the ethics department in his company. He is not. He's not the person that organizes every single deal. Mr. Beast is the head of the company, and he is the face of the company, but he is not the person that goes through every single deal, making sure the quality assurance is checked through every single Q point. He's not the person to do that. He really isn't. So, I do want to point out that the company that made it took away the slavery-free thing and said it is poverty-free. I believe he said poverty-free chocolate. I believe that was the thing. The reason he did that, and this is the big reason he did, the reason the company did that, is because they wanted to be all-inclusive. That was the statement they released. You can see on screen, that was the statement they released. So I wanted to point that out. I'm not going to refute the unethical making of chocolate, But I am going to state that this is capitalism and there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. But that's not a defense of unethical chocolate. That's just me stating that there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. That's just an important point that I wanted to bring up. Now, about the faking the trains in the video. Now, this is the part where I got a little bit angry because I had a friend who was on one of the sets of the Mr. Beast things, and he has said, yeah, they actually just destroyed this car. And people were saying, oh, they didn't destroy a school bus, they didn't do this. When there were Reddit accounts of people, there were actual video recording and footage of the destroyed trains and the destroyed school buses going through and through within that. So that is an issue for me because he didn't use CGI and all that. There's people saying, oh, he used a fake Lamborghini, this is digitally lifted. That was Dogpack saying that the cars wasn't digitally lifted. This is proven with Soggy's video. And in general, he just changed the color of the Lamborghini so people wouldn't get confused thinking it was the same exact Lamborghini because he knows that people do that. I'm 100% positive that Mr. Beast would ruin a Lamborghini. He's rich. He's disgustingly rich. Now then, this is the big thing right here. CP. A lot of people kept saying, oh, it was CP in the work group chat. It was the work group chat. It was the work group chat. It was not a work group chat. It was the NSFW group chat hosted by the degenerate, disgusting person known as Ava Chris Tyson. She is disgusting. We know that. It was an NSFW group chat by Ava Chris Tyson, and they were showing pictures of Ivanka Trump, and Ivanka Trump in the photo was 18, so it was easily disproven. As we can see here, they immediately disproved it, and it got community noted on Twitter. That was a thing that happened. We can see that indefinitely right there. Now, Higihito. I had actually watched Higihito, and on the podcast, Dogpack and the woman who hates Mr. Beast, I do not remember her name. I am so sorry. I apologize. I'm not going to try to find her name right now. They had misconstrued the plot of Higihito. I don't know why they did that. I have no clue, but it's to make it seem worse than what it actually was because Mr. Beast had said Ava Chris Tyson, she would really enjoy the entirety of the show, and Ava Chris Tyson really enjoys slice of life things in that variety. So it was community noted on Twitter that the plot was actually not about some 17-year-old in a relationship with a 26-year-old. In general, it was about a 17-year-old who was selling herself through her body, and a 26-year-old was saving her through her life. It's actually really wholesome. Higihito is actually amazing. It is not about that at all. So, Dogpack's video ideas. Let's talk about this for a moment. Dogpack's video ideas were insanely creepy. He had a video where he wanted to do Mr. Beast buys 1,000 boobs. That was messed up and weird. That was just odd. A strange thing to do. Very strange. I don't understand why he did that. And then there was the odd sensibilities of the baby battle royale. Dogpack had a bunch of videos that were clickbaity, and he knew the entirety of his audience, of Mr. Beast's audience, were children. And despite that fact, he always talks about, oh, it's for the children, it's for the kids. A common tactic people use when they want you to listen to their side is say, oh, I'm doing this for the children, or I'm doing this morally or ethically. I am not morally or ethically correct in anything that I do. I'm not trying to clickbait you. I'm not trying to convince you of anything psychotic. I'm just trying to give you facts because Dogpack's video seemed a little bit manipulative and shady to me, and I finally had the proof to talk about that. So Dogpack had this is the thumbnail, by the way, of all that, and there was a video where it said Mr. Beast tries every single drug. There was also a thing of that variety. You can see that in Soggy videos as well. That's a little bit messed up right there. That's a little bit that's issue. This is just a blatant lie from Dogpack as well. The wink. With the all 1 through 100 age video, there was a contestant where he said, oh, this contestant actually didn't wink. That's edited in post. That's not true. The person actually came out and said it, that it was definitely not true. He did wink, which is right here.
Hey guys, Mr. 58. Been a while since I've posted anything, but something's really been concerning me a little bit. I've been seeing things on the internet that have said I didn't wink in the Mr. Beast video 1 to 100. I did wink. I winked a few times, as a matter of fact. The other thing that's been said is I didn't hear 42 say he was stepping out of his cube. Yes, I heard 42 say he was stepping out of his cube. I did it on my own accord to step out with 2 seconds left on the clock. I know of nothing in that video that was staged whatsoever, and I don't know why these rumors are going over the internet that these things didn't happen. Everything that I did in that video, and nothing was edited after the fact. Everybody be good and have a great day.
Another thing he did here is the black guy who won $1 million from Mr. Beast upon holding his hand on the $1 million, and the black guy even stated, Mr. Beast did help me. Mr. Beast did help me, but Dogpack manipulated the video and stated that, oh, Mr. Beast was not gonna help me, it messed me up and that ruined my life. Well, Dogpack deeply manipulated that video, and Man Too Nice, the person that actually got the $1 million, stated in another video, because there were so many false allegations coming up about everything, that Dogpack was lying and that Mr. Beast did indeed help him. That's just the whole thing there. Now then, about Mac, the person I got really invested into, and I was really excited to see Mac win. I'm just going to state this right now. I'm not going to defend Mac. I'm not going to defend Mac. I don't know enough about Mac to defend him. I'm not going to state something that I don't know. I refuse to defend this person because he looks to be deeply into the YouTuber nonsense niche. He was an editor for Iraq, and he worked for Mr. Beast at some time. I'm not going to go too deeply about it. All that I know is that he does not own a mansion. That's literally all I know. I do want to point out that my friend did indeed get a phone from Mr. Beast. That's something that happened in general. Dogpack worked there for 80 days. There goes that. Now, the thing that really messed me up in the initial video that I made about this was the never using random subs thing. When a few of my friends who I know do not watch or even have associations with Mr. Beast and were just subscribed to him off virtue of being subscribed to him, got reached out to, I immediately raised some eyebrows about that. That was insane. That was nonsensical. There was also a bunch of other stuff going on and a bunch of little nonsense like that going on with that, but I don't want to get into the minutia of that, because the soggy cereal video does a better thing of debunking everything. I will talk about how Mr. Beast sucks though now. Mr. Beast does suck. Mr. Beast does make a lot of missteps. Mr. Beast, what I like to say, as a young guy who is trying his best to be good. A lot of people's critiques of Mr. Beast have been as such. He looks like he'd do this. Look at the soullessness in his eyes. I knew he was bad because he hired Ava Chris Tyson. I knew this because of one bad doing and one person that he hired that was incorrect. People were now trying to find everything wrong with the company when there's always missteps when it comes to a big company like the Mr. Beast Productions. That's what happens in big companies. That's just regular. That's what happens with Amazon, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. That's what happens. He's a YouTuber. He's somebody that does not have any formal business training. He's somebody that hire people that have formal business training, and he is trying his best to loop and everything like that. However, he does make a lot of missteps. His crypto stuff is disgusting and weird. I don't know anything about that. I watched the CoffeeZilla video, and he did not give an official statement. CoffeeZilla reached out, but Mr. Beast has a bunch of channels and things of that variety. Everybody is saying, oh, if he was really innocent, he would have responded immediately. I know he sees this stuff. I want to point something out. I am not as busy as Mr. Beast. As you know, if you are here for this channel for a long time, I make a video every single day. I work basically every single day. I have a wife that I take care of. I have to make sure my rent is paid. I have one of my friends staying here who is homeless at the current moment, and I make sure he has food. I have to take care of my mother, who is going through so much right now because she accidentally got with somebody who had offender charges and tried to get with my sister. So that's something I'm going with currently. And there was the fact of the matter that my dad had his house burned down, had prostate cancer, got scammed by an Indian guy because he kept buying from bots on OF. He kept buying from bots, and they got his account information. Now he's negative $50,000, and he's staying with my brother. My brother, who in fact despises me right now because I made a video of the house we stayed at when he didn't clean, and I posted it online, and it got viral on TikTok, and he got upset because his baby mother saw it. I have a lot of stuff going on in life. I am one person though. That's just a little deep dive into a part of my family. Why am I telling you all this? Because with all that going on, I am still not as busy as Mr. Beast, who manages a bunch of companies, who makes video ideas, who goes to podcasts, who people reach out to him for, who has to go through and muggle all these things, who smaller YouTubers are sending endless videos to him, who's getting an onslaught of Twitter stuff, and I get an onslaught of messages, and I'm not even that big. Mr. Beast has over 100 million subscribers, and he gets probably 1,000 million messages every single day about people reaching out for collabs and people he has to muggle through, and he has to hire more people to muggle through that so he doesn't miss an opportunity. He cannot possibly keep up with every single small allegation made about him. He can't do that. That's not realistic. Be realistic for like 2 seconds. Be reasonable for 6 seconds and realize that despite the fact that Mr. Beast is Mr. Beast, he's still human and he's young. He's not even 30 years old yet. I believe he's 25 at the time I'm recording this. Give him a small smidgen of humanization for 5 seconds, right? Give him a small amount of humanization for 5 seconds. He is not going to be always morally correct. He does have to ham it up for the camera so we can feel the emotional weight of an impact. He does have to re-record things so people can be more emotional during things. That's YouTube. That's just how it is nowadays. The only authentic YouTubers are smaller YouTube channels like me, sadly, who doesn't get that much traction on anything he ever posts. And then there's Ryan Trahan. Ryan Trahan? Ryan Trahan. He's a good YouTuber. I consider him to be a good YouTuber because I have met him twice, and he seems like a genuinely fun, just a lame. I love him. And that's not an insult to call him a lame. I want to point that out. He's just a normal guy. He's a normal guy that's really dedicated to YouTube. He actually loves making videos, and that is a horrifying trait to have as a YouTuber. It's amazing, and it's great, where he's barely doing it for the genuine aspect of the money. He's doing it for the love of the craft, and that is insane to witness, seeing somebody do that. He's genuinely corny and funny, and I love that deeply because his humor is the kind of humor that gets me going throughout the day, because it's dad humor, and it makes me so excited because it's so just boring, but that's funny. It's boring that it's funny. I love Ryan. This is a Ryan Glaze video now, just out of nowhere. But the thing I want to add to the Mr. Beast conversation in general is the fact that people were saying that, oh, well, Dogpack did this and Dogpack made the video. I trust him because he worked with Mr. Beast for 20 days. You cannot possibly have that much information. He seems like a disgruntled employee. He was really good at editing. He also had a bunch of job interview videos about how he talked about how you can easily manipulate viewers through fun little editing tricks, and it was fun to do that, and he actively was really great at doing that. He was amazing at it, to the point where everybody was manipulated about the Mr. Beast is a Psychopath video. I believe there are no true coincidences when it comes to timing of placing videos. Dogpack released that video immediately after the Ava Chris Tyson situation, adding on to the dog pile of already hate from Mr. Beast, because people were looking up Mr. Beast's allegations at the current moment. So Dogpack did that in order to do that. Dogpack has stated countless times that, oh, I'm not doing this for profit. I don't gain anything from this. You do gain something from this. You got to talk to Ludwig. You got to talk to all these big YouTubers. You got notoriety. You got so much from this. People now know your name. You gained over 600,000 subscribers from this, Dogpack. There is no way you didn't gain anything from this. Yes, your videos are not monetized, but there's other ways to get money from doing this. Other ways. Maybe somebody wanted an interview from you. Maybe I wanted an interview from you. Maybe I wanted an interview from you, and you said you do the interview for $2,000. Dogpack, remember that? Yeah, I'm not gonna forget that. Now, I don't have the recording of our conversation that we had. Why don't I have the recording of our conversation that we had? Guess what? You blocked me. Guess what? I know you did. That's a little bit of an issue and an upsetting thing. A little bit upsetting. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You probably don't even remember me. You probably don't know who I am. And that's okay. And that's fine. Because so many people probably reached out to you. I was just one of the thousands of people that reached out trying to get more information about Mr. Beast. But Dogpack, you have manipulated. You have lied. You have messed up easily verifiable things. You have claimed that he did CP when he didn't do anything CP related. You have made my audience hate me for even making this video, addressing everything. And I am upset about it. However, Mr. Beast does still do shady things. You don't get that far in the towel without doing shady things. He is not immune from criticism at all. He has done a tremendous amount of good, but that does not outweigh any bad that he does in any capacity. You can give me $1,000 and you can still accidentally take someone's life. You are still the bad person for taking that person's life, but I thank you for that 1,000. Two things can be true at the exact same time. I can criticize Mr. Beast for the evil that he's done or the wrongdoings he's done, while also criticizing Dogpack for the messed up lies that he's told for no good apparent reason. I am not a monarch on this. I'm somebody that waits for all the information to come out. And as you can see, I've only ever made 2 or 3 videos about this. I'm not like the Goose Dude or August the Duck or Jamari, who makes thousands of videos about Mr. Beast. A new allegation came out. A new allegation came out. A new allegation came out. I'm not trying to view farm. I'm not trying to do that. I waited. I waited patiently. I waited so patiently for information to come out. And after 3 months of research from Soggy Cereal, here he goes again, if you want to see that video, I finally have enough information. And I know there are going to be people that are not going to watch this entire video in full. They're just going to comment, nah, bro, Mr. Beast is evil, bro. Mr. Beast is evil. I still think he's a bad person. I just don't like the way he looks. And that's okay, because you're stupid. It's okay. It's fine. And if I'm wrong, I will admit when I'm wrong. I stated right here on screen that I would admit when I was wrong if I am wrong. I am so willing to admit when I am incorrect. It is such an easy thing to do, to say I was incorrect. Let's move on. However, because I have verified a few things myself, because I went to go see the feasible facts information about the fact that he compared it to a 60-gram chocolate bar and a regular Hershey's bar. I saw that in person. That made me question things. It made me question things when people were saying, oh, Mr. Beast actually never gives money to random people. He gave it to me. I'm definitely a random person. I have no connection to this. I have no connection to North Carolina at all. I am from Detroit, Michigan. I have no connection to him. And I am not deeply defending Mr. Beast. I am more so calling out the blatant video manipulation of Dogpack. So thank you so much for checking out my video. I don't want to pad out this video for too long. It's already long enough, and I have to actually edit it. I hate editing. I used to be an editor myself, and I hate it so deeply because this doesn't matter how much effort you put into a video. All that matters is that what people see at the end of the day, because that's what they want. And I'm really good at talking. I don't stammer over my words that often, so people enjoy the fact that I can speak really well without any breaks in between. So thank you, goodbye, good day. Let me know your opinion about the entire situation. Please check out Soggy Cereal's video for a deeper analysis, more than I can provide. I appreciate you all. Goodbye and good night.